Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager 2023. This is episode number 19. We're at the end of our season, but before we finish things off, it is time to really try and expand the squad here before the start of the next season. So we're going to get on with that, especially now that our scout is starting to get some results, beginning with a pretty dang good one who's probably too good for us. And what is that, Bielik? But we'll start with her and see if she's willing to sign. I'm guessing we're going to have to go quite a bit down as we don't have much of a reputation, but it's worth a shot, right? Not interested in joining us. But this is more of a timing thing. Maybe at the start of the next season. 16-year-old Tlugman has 4.5 star potential, apparently, which I think is pretty hard to get at this point. So we're going to see, again, start of the season. So we're definitely going to have to wait till the start of the season to take care of our signing. That meaning December. So a couple months from now, we'll sit on it for a little bit here, table that topic. It's only a 300 level junior tournament, and yet the number one seed, Emerson Jones, is here. So we come in as the 3 seed. Probably will find it difficult, but can we push it to the later rounds at least? We've had some of those early exits again here lately. First round was easy enough. Second round, not as easy. It took 3 sets, but we move on. It's rare, but I actually have the easiest matchup of the quarterfinals. My form has been lately, which is part of the reason I think why we have struggled a little bit more. But we don't struggle in the quarters. We're into the semis quite comfortably. Almost doubling them up on winners. But as we go to hit up the semifinals, the top 4 seeds all make it to the semis, and all 4 are top 10 in the junior rankings. For a 300, realistically, we should be the number 1 seed, or maybe number 2 seed at a tournament such as this. It's a much tougher 300 level than what you would normally see, and I'm not sure we're going to be going much further than this one. Emerson Jones is still much too strong for us. 1-6, 4-6. We only win 1 game in that first set. Minus 19 on winners. We kept it clean. Still ended up a -2, though, on the unforced errors. Really bad timing to find yourself number 9 in the junior rankings when 8 players qualify for the finals, which means we're left out. Thing is, I am number 8 in the rankings a day later. But when they took it, I was number 9, apparently. We head to a junior 500 tournament as the 6th seed, so a lot of the best juniors are here. But we do have a pretty clear path to the quarterfinals. 6-2, 6-3 in the first round. 6-2, 6-love in the second round. And we have an opportunity. Emerson Jones, with a rare first round loss, is seeing one quarterfinals matchup be pretty weak. Efremova, the best player in that area. We do have Klugman, ranked number 4 currently, in a second quarterfinal. In the bottom end, our end of the bracket's looking much tougher. We make it to the quarters, at least, though. Just 7-5, 4-6, 7-5, 52% of points won. -8 on winners. +2 on unforced errors. You can say +7 in service stats. Very balanced match in terms of when, where, what. As we approach our quarterfinal, we're looking at a 6 seed or higher for this entire portion of the bracket, and we're the lowest. So it's going to be a difficult task. Next up is the 3rd seed and 3rd ranked Konstantinova. Took it to her. We won the first set in a tiebreaker that we won comfortably, but that became the end of it. 5-7, pretty close in that second set from putting it away, but then she absolutely crushed us in the 3rd set, 2-6. We ended up at almost exactly a 50-50 split. 1 point shy of that. +7 in the service stats. Minus a lot in the winners. We kept it much cleaner though, plus 21. But yeah, that minus 38 in total winners. She more than doubled up on us. In the finals meant I needed to fill the void because a week from now is our World Cup, and I wanted to be in good form for that and get some experience. I wanted to be set for that so we could do our best. Therefore, I accepted an invite to a 300 level tournament to replace missing out on the finals by qualifying for literally the last spot and not being handed it. But we literally have the second hardest draw possible out of the entire group of 32. Have some pretty bad luck in that department. When I'm seeded, it's fine. When I'm not seeded, we seem to have the worst draw and have for the last couple of years. The 2 seed, lower ranked opponent. Feel bad for them because it's incredibly hard for them. They're the 2 seed and they're up against somebody ranked above them. Not fair to either one of us, really. We avoid the first round exit. Took 3 sets. +5 on the service stats. -1 on winners. -5 on unforced errors. Not quite sure how we came out on top, but we did. Beating the actual 2 seed, who's lower ranked than me, has now made me the unofficial 2 seed. And Driva is then the one to watch out for. Ranked 9th. 1 spot below me. I would have been a 1 seed for, second time the entire year. Akasha Hobo is one of my targets that I'm scouting right now for a potential second member of our team, which we're now, a few weeks away from being able to make a move on that. But there's a lot of good players still left. Our round of 16, the last 2 matchups for that. And we've been knocked off by somebody outside of the top 50. That one hurts. 3-6, 7-5, 6-7. And our season comes to an abrupt halt, except for the fact that we still have the World Cup, hopefully, to go participate in. I feel like I just failed uphill. We had an absolute terrible showing in a 300 level tournament, and I've just hit level 5 as a manager already. Just 3 seasons now? We lost a lot of money in season 1. We broke even in season 2. We are making profit in season 3. So we have a US-Russia matchup in the quarterfinals with the winner of Poland-Canada as a possible semifinal round, with Australia, Egypt, Japan, and the Czech Republic. Otherwise, Andreeva, who was ranked 9th just a week or 2 ago, currently ranked 7th, apparently went on to win the tournament just based on how her positioning has changed. And with our fairly early exit, we drop a spot, and I think we see who bumped us down to 9 for Thurman. Hobo, Hamilton, Ortiz, and Iyengar are with us, all in the top 30 for the rankings. Alanis Hamilton, the new face who has not played a match yet for the US. I just got a message with Thurman complaining about her goals, and yet we have absolutely shattered the goals that she was seeking. There were highs as well as lows. If we continue together, we'll probably have to rethink our way of working. Confusing stuff here at the end of the season, for sure. Well, that did not go well at all. The U.S. knocked out in the quarterfinals 2-0, and it's Thurman who's beaten by Andreeva, the one who just eclipsed us in the rankings with her performance from literally the week before. Hobo also beaten. So both of us, Korneva. So Hobo is ranked 13th. Korneva just 29th in the rankings. Ouch on that part. Andreeva, okay, I get it. Andreeva's good. But our weakest player that we brought, our 5th best player, was better than their 2nd best. And yet, we're out. 3 sets in each of them. Tiebreakers in each of the 3rd sets. Thurman won the first round, went on to lose the second 2. And that was her first ever loss as a national team player. 6-1 all time now. What a harsh way to go down. We started the period 5th in the rankings for the juniors. We finished the period 9th. We miss out on the finals. We lose the opening round, and Clarice was pretty directly involved in that loss. We won 570 points, but played 4 tournaments, lost 5 matches, technically with 5 tournaments. 72% win rate was decent, but just could not finish the deal. Didn't quite have the form at any stage, and a very disappointing finish with essentially a double loss. We miss out on selection entirely for the finals, and then get swept right out of the World Cup. Not a good way to finish, and that could be it for Thurman at the juniors level. We still have a year of eligibility left, I think, but we are headed for seniors now and forever, except with the possible exception of just automatic invites to Grand Slams. But I don't know if she'll have enough points even then to automatically get selected for those, and we might instead go to the senior slams anyway, and therefore that could be it outside of like World Cup next year selection for the juniors. Thurman is going to be a senior pro from here on out as she finishes completely winless on the year on the junior circuit. Not a single win claimed by Thurman, and never more than a 200 level junior tournament victory the year prior, which she only did that 3 times, I think it was. So, wow. Highlight, of course, of the year being that we won, I believe, 3 senior tournaments, and none of them were lowest level. They were 2nd and 3rd level senior tournaments. So for that part, her ranking flies to over 100, or to just outside of the top 100, which I think puts her in a good place for next season, because then our goal can be to get into the top 100. My major goal for the year absolutely did not happen. We stay in the top 10 for the entirety of the year of the juniors. We amass a decent amount of points, but not one victory. Ouch. On the men's tour, it was Spain who won the World Cup. On the women's tour, it was the U.S. In the juniors, U.S. won the boys. So last year it was 3 out of 4 titles going to the U.S., with our group the only one not to win it, but at least we lost in the final. This year, 2 of the 4 titles go to the U.S., and again, the girls, Clarice's group, do not win it, and this time knocked out in the first flipping round. Australia was the one who went on to win it, by the way. Alcaraz, who just won Wimbledon, if I'm not mistaken, and then Swiatek, who... Did she win the Wimbledon for the women's? I watched her play one of the matches. About 3rd round or something like that. We have a Nagunye winning in the boys. Does she have a sibling? Are they both that dominant? Valentova takes the championship for the girls. It was not Emerson Jones. That's a surprise. Standard 21 goes to Corey Goff. Serve on fire. Osaka. Highest ace win rate. Herman actually ended up with the best win rate on the women's tour on grass. 65% of her matches won. Talk about a jump from 915 to 117 in the rankings. For stats overall, she ended up placing in the top 10. Quite a good season for that, but of course it was lower level tournaments. Doesn't amount to much, but still a good record to have. $378,000 cash injection to start the year is going to set us up really nicely to make some hefty investment. And we're actually really close to a big upgrade, $512K for a $40,000 monthly. It does only add up to be 18.5, but 18,500 monthly, what a difference that's going to make for us long term, as opposed to getting 2 minor upgrades that add up to be, 5,000-6,000 each. We're going to go for a big upgrade with the secondary for the cold therapy room, but that means I need to wait 1 month as we sit on 484,000, so we'll get it soon enough. No surprise at all, though, that Bellic does not want to join us, so we'll have to move on to our second option. 16-year-old Tlugman, who's already ahead of Thurman. See, the intelligence portion is very high for her, but she doesn't want to join us either. Option number 3 is Urhobo. Urhobo reminds me a lot of Clarice. Very balanced, not far behind her, and she's willing to talk with us. 78K, 59% share. The bonus, that's going to cost us a little bit, but looks like we might have ourselves 2 players at the top end of the junior ranks, just entering the senior ranks or early in their senior careers, young age. 2 Americans, I wasn't necessarily going for that. I was looking for some diversity in what's there. It was mostly about players in the top 25 of the juniors that didn't have an academy already as kind of the primary targets that I had. But it looks like we're now in for 2 Americans for that one. Totally fine. That is going to do it for this episode, this season, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.